Hello, my friends and readers. Today is Wednesday, May 11th, 2022, and yes, I really am here, I think. I'm finding my way back to my life, which has been slow and manageable while I've been impatient and frustrated. I've never experienced this type of helplessness regarding my body, which has always been strong. I've always been proud of my body's ability to carry through my life with very little complaint. In recent years, it's been complaining of increasing arthritic debilitation in my knees and hands, and I cope, knowing it's genetic. My mother's hands were gnarled with arthritis. My body has never betrayed me like it did a month ago. I have never experienced excruciating pain and humiliation knowing I couldn't control my body functions. And all because of this tiny piece in my body, my gallbladder. I remember joking with AC as we waited in the emergency room for test results, blood work, and potassium drips to kick in, that I did not recall ever saying the word gallbladder more than half a dozen times in my life, and never in conjunction with my own. That damn little gallbladder infection felt like a blackberry bramble growing inside me. I felt constantly bloated. And finally it reared its ugly head and said, "Time to deal." And so I am into my 4th week of recuperating from this surgery where my gallbladder was removed. Did you know for a minute or two I actually missed it? That gallbladder I never claimed as being part of my body? Which brings me to remembering the few days before surgery when I thought I just had a flu bug. The pain left me incapacitated. In my busy mind's eye, I wrote lengthy emails to myself. I figured out the plot for this year's holiday novella. In another lengthy email, the idea for another book appeared. You know, of course, these lengthy emails were written in my mind. They were never typed and sent. They were essentially fever dreams. So unfortunately, most of what I wrote is lost. I can't remember it. As I mentioned, my recovery has been an incredibly slow process, and I am so impatient. I had my surgery in the wee hours of April 14th. I was home that Friday afternoon. On Saturday morning, I came downstairs and proceeded to cook a pot of marinara sauce just as if nothing had happened. And I couldn't understand why I was so completely exhausted and why my abdomen was hurting. Couldn't understand why the results were subpar to my usual sauces. Yes, I was that impatient. So not in touch with my body denial. I am grateful for those of you, for friends who prayed and sent healing messages, who sent food, get well cards, flowers, went shopping and loved us, friends who laughed with me, who compared gallbladder surgery scars. One friend has been a nurse for over 50 years. When she visited, I learned that well into the late 1980s, gallbladder surgery was characterized by the 3 F's: fat, 40, and female. My friend was in her early 40s when she had hers removed. This was some 30 plus years ago. We compared scars. I have 3 small incisions, one above my belly button and 2 lower down on the left side of my stomach. Her faded scar reminded me of the 3rd swish of the Zorro logo. What does this tell you about gallbladder surgery back in the old days? Better yet, what the powers that be thought of women's health, sort of like today. Post-surgery, I was advised by physicians, friends, and family to take it easy, to rest. Mainly the message I got was to just let my body heal. Now, AC and I have been together for over 38 years. We do waking up in the morning rituals very differently. He needs 2 hours in front of his computer with a bowl of Rice Krispies and strawberries, reading what vital news of the world he's missed overnight. We don't have any meaningful conversation during this time because he'll probably forget, tune me out, and not in a mean way. I think this means he's not a morning person. And there's me. I jump out of bed and I'm moving, planning about the day ahead. Remember a while back I said I don't make lists? I have a map in my brain about the day, possibly the next few days, and I move forward. On the other hand, I have notions about self-care. I enjoy staring out my window apropos of nothing. I love binge-watching Scandinavian mysteries. Truly, though, in the past month, there have been so many things I have pined for. I have missed walking Sadie and visiting with the Hawks. I have missed cooking and baking. I have missed writing. I've only written one chapter in the past few weeks. I've been obsessed with the scene. The chapter is called Missed Coital Dialogue, so you can imagine how important that is. Post-surgery, I did nothing except sleep, eat, and occasionally shower. I've participated in one small gathering of friends. I've had incredibly slow, short walks with Sadie and an AC. I've attempted to make dinner again, and I realize in hindsight that my timing is off. And those of you who are good cooks know that timing is everything. It's about patience, coordinating, and details. Well, I had none of that, and I hope to get that back. And as I recuperate, the world continues to spin on its axis. World events persisted. Unimaginable decisions concerning women's bodies, mine included, have been made. I missed Easter, which didn't bother me. It's always been a hazy holiday for me. I've managed to miss Mother's Day for the past 22 years, mainly by ignoring the calendar and not buying into the hype. I don't look at social media during those designated days like Christmas and Mother's Day. Since recuperating, I've spent so much time on Instagram and Facebook. These are such easy traps, such easy distractions. There was so much hype about Mother's Day. I found myself sinking lower and lower and couldn't understand why. In resting, in recuperating, I had little defense against the onslaught of the entire country celebrating this day, Mother's Day. Since Jude's passing, I have wondered if I am still a mom. I found myself weeping and missing Jude so much. And I was also angry and envious. I couldn't stand to see friends' selfies with their children touting the day. I wanted to feel so sorry for myself. And then the universe sent me messages. Good friends sent me greetings, reminding me I was still a mom. Reminding me they were thinking of me, that I was not alone. Gratitude revived me. Slowly, I began to swim to the surface, not lingering in the depths of depression. We have 2 raised garden beds. One is for vegetables, tomatoes and herbs. The other is strictly dedicated to flowers. In this raised beds, my favorites thrive. My lush English lavender, fiery red geraniums that always bring to mind small window boxes in front of French doors with floor-length gauzy curtains swaying in the afternoon breeze, a nostalgic childhood memory. Clusters of regal purple irises thrive there. My David Austin sweet-scented rose bush with fat white bloom dance in the sunlight. I wanted to be good to myself. I got my favorite garden clippers and carefully made my way to the flower bed. I'm grateful I had the wherewithal and the energy to do so. I'm grateful for the self-care that I've steeped into my being. Recuperating from surgery notwithstanding, I was present enough to climb out of my depression, I apologized to AC for being so cranky. And now I enjoy the beauty of irises and roses from my kitchen. And so I made myself a bouquet of flowers. If I had to name it, I might say it was a Mother's Day gift to myself. Thank you. Truly, thank you for joining me today. It's good to be back this far with more progress to come. And now it's your turn. I would love to hear from you. Do you have an experience recovering from an unexpected physical challenge? How did that go? Any lessons you'd like to share that might be helpful for me? Or, of course, anything else that's on your mind, just reach out. Take a look below me in the description for information about how to send me a note, or just leave a comment on the video here. Now let me close in the usual manner. Remember that YouTube counts everything. It helps us a lot if you give this video a thumbs up and click that red subscribe button. And please do share my links with anyone you think would like to join our chats. Of course, we always welcome new readers as well. A personal recommendation from a friend is the best introduction to a writer. If you enjoy my Walkerville Desires books, odds are you know someone else who would too. And while we're on the subject of the Walkerville books, I must tell you this month has thrown us a little behind schedule on our timeline for bringing Book 8, Reflection, to publication. But we are getting the gears turning again now, and we'll be pressing hard to catch up with ourselves in the coming week. I will update you as we go on, so stay in touch. Meanwhile, for new readers and old, the address of my Amazon page is in the description below. All the Walkerville books are available to purchase in both Kindle and print editions. Of course, you'll find the direct link for next Wednesday's live chat there as well. Hope to see you then, and thank you so much for joining me today.